Okay, to make the sewing candle pattern, you will need a piece of black card, a needle, some nice bright coloured thread, a pencil and some scissors. Hello and welcome to Sangam. My name's Nikki and today I'm going to show you how to make a sewing card candle. Okay, so to make your sewing card, as you can see that we've got here, you need a piece of your black A4 card, you need some embroidery threads, you need your needle, okay, and then you need a pencil or a pen, something that you can see the pattern. Now I'm using a yellow one because it shows up much better, a yellow crayon on black card. So the first thing you need to do is obviously to fold your A4 card in half, okay, so that you've got an actual card that'll stand up. Okay, when you've done that, onto your card you need to draw, if you can, I don't know whether you can see that, you need to draw 3 flames. If I can just, alright, so you've got one in the middle, a small one, slightly larger one, and then a much larger one on the outside, leaving the bottom bit for the actual candle itself. If I show you on the one I've actually made, if you imagine that the orange, the yellow and the blue were originally the pencil lines, you'll see the sort of shape to draw. But again, it's entirely up to you how you draw the shape of the flame on the candle. Okay, but you need three different coloured lines. Alright, when you've put those lines onto your sheet like that, you are going to use the needle and you are going to push holes through on those lines. So as you go around using the actual, I can't do it holding it up in the middle, I'll just push a few through to start with. Okay, so probably 1/2 centimetre or so between the holes. Okay, and you're just going to poke those through the card following the lines you've drawn. See if you can see those. No, let's it focusing. And they're going to be your sewing, where you put your needle in to sew. So you need to do them first, okay, because it will help with the actual sewing. Alright, so just keep pushing the needle in and out till you've gone all the way round, and you will have the holes for your sewing. Otherwise you can't see, when you look at the back of the card, you won't see where the needle's got to go in. Alright, so then you start with your thread. Now I've got a yellow one at the minute, and put a knot in the end of your thread, and from the back of your card, at the back, you're going to start at the top of the bottom, push the needle through. Okay, it is quite difficult. Alright, and keep pulling until obviously you get to your knot. You turn your card back over. You can then see where the next hole is that you've got to go in. Alright, so you go down, pull it through, and again you might have to keep just turning it over so you can look at the back, find the hole, the next hole, and push it through. And when you come back up there, you've got to go back on yourself, because if you don't go back, there's a gap. All right, so you need to go back down the hole that you've just come up. All right, so you're basically doing a back stitch. And I've got it in a knot. Let's just pull it out. Like so. Okay. Can you see? So you're doing back stitch all the way round. If you're not sure, again, you come up the next hole through the back of your card. So you'll have to have a look at the back where the holes are. All right. And then pull it through and then go back where you went down before. All right. So you're actually working in a back stitch. Okay, and you can do that all the way round. Okay, and then you start on the next one, punch the holes in, change for a different colour, do the back stitch all the way round, and then on the outside again, change the colour and do the back stitch. So let me just show you again. If you go up, back through the card, and then instead of carrying on, you need to go back down the hole that you've previously gone down, okay? And then it makes a really, really nice line with no gaps. Now if I show you the one I did originally, okay, you can see when I started this, the orange or the reddy orange that I've got around the outside here, I didn't do back stitch, so there are some gaps. But when I did the middle two, it was with back stitch and there are no gaps. It's a much, much better stitch to use. Okay, and then for the outside, all you've got to do is draw your lines on. So as it's sort of flickering, put your lines going around the edge. And this time you don't actually need to put 2 holes in. You can just put 1 in. Okay. Where you're going to start. And then it's very easy to come up that hole. And this time you can see obviously the line. So you can just go down at the end of it. And as long as you put the hole in for the next one, if I just do it like that now, you can turn your card and pull back up, and that's just to do your flickering bits that go all the way around. Okay, so the most difficult bit will be to keep the back stitch going. So remember, when you come up, you've got to go back on yourself so that you don't leave the gaps like I did on the first one. If it's too difficult, then that's fine. You could just do a running stitch and just keep it really, really close together. Okay, but if you can get somebody, if you get into difficulty and you can get somebody to show you the back stitch, that is a better stitch. And then all I've done is cut a square of card at the bottom and stuck it on for the base, the actual candle. Okay, and that's all you need to do to make your candle sewing card. Good luck.